So we know that nerd culture is home to a lot of, well, a lot of different kind of people, really. But specifically, when I'm talking about Magic the Gathering or a lot of other games, it's also a place where troubled people can be easy targets, people with self-esteem problems, things like this. And sometimes there's just a bigger picture. There's a bigger fish to fry than unboxing the next Magic set or roasting some stupid Twitter post. And I feel like Unsleeved Media has really morphed into a place where people can go when they've been victimized. A place where we'll stick up for one another as a community. And it's never been more evident than when we were going through the Predators and the Judge program, and now the next iteration, people have started sharing data with us of active people who have not been convicted. And what do we do with this sort of information when it comes in? Well, it's a weird position for me to be in because, I don't want to get sued. It's ideal. And while the channel's turned a bit into a news type agency, in a way, it's kind of a weird platform. But when this story came across about somebody who was targeting young girls in basically a nerd Facebook group, a very large Facebook group, where, it's like memes and, shit posting, a lot of anime fans in there, gamers, stuff like that, type of people that would play Magic, type of people that would be in the Magic for Bad Facebook group. There were a couple girls in that Facebook group who had come forward that they were basically being groomed or hit on by a much older man in a very creepy way. So this information came through to Lou Calgiovanni, the guy that has helped expose a lot of this corruption in the Judge program and things like that. And we're kind of a team these days, it seems like. And so he did an insane amount of legwork to expose this man. And we have the post here on, oh geez. There we go. Sorry about that. The post on UnSleevedMedia.com. A blog post about Leif Klomstad's. I want to read a little bit of this, but I want to leave most of it to you to read on your own because the conclusion is what I really want to share. So we will explore how predators infiltrate nerd culture communities other than Magic the Gathering to gain access to children. This is a pervasive problem encompassing all aspects of gaming and nerd culture communities. The perpetrator being profiled is Leif Klomstad, 30 years old, who preys on teenage girls to make contact with them through Facebook groups geared towards gaming, memes, teenage culture. One such group with 48,000 members on Facebook called the Cellulite Salvation, formerly called The Cell, I believe. Where I first learned of Klomstad, his modus operandi is as similar with many predators, was to groom new potential victims via shared interest in the group. Now, I don't know exactly when Klomstad began preying on girls in these groups, but what I know is he's been victimizing children from at least 2014, and I also know today his reign of terror is finished. And that's never been more true. I have some information to share about that. One might be skeptical and ask how they can believe what they're about to read, beyond conducting in-depth interviews with all victims. Each individual victim produced a government-issued identification card when I asked them to verify their identities. Their names matched. I will produce their IDs with the names and identifying features blocked out. Still not satisfied. The entire basis of their stories hinged upon conversations they claimed to have with Klomstad through Facebook Messenger. One could easily find a fake screenshot by doctoring it with images altering software. No? Each of Klomstad victims granted me access to their full chat logs in their entirety. I verified that every word said between Klomstad and his victims are indeed authentic and came via his personal Facebook account to their respective Facebook accounts. Finally, I have an full HTML save of each victim's chat log, which was acquired by myself personally, meaning the chat log was opened first in the mess from the first message to the final message saved as was clicked. The files cannot be altered or doctored. I will be presenting them to various law enforcement organizations as evidence against Klomstead and his crimes. The chat logs themselves will not be released to the public as I have agreed to maintain confidentiality of the victims. Frankly, I have more of an interest in protecting victims than catching a perpetrator. This isn't good enough for you. We'll stop reading now. Okay. Now I'm going to share some of the highlights. I've actually seen this stuff unblacked out, and I can verify as well. Here's one story. He tried to add me, and I didn't accept at first, but he was messaging me. I didn't mention my age right away, but it was on my profile. And when my profile is full of stuff about school, and I constantly mentioned my age in Facebook groups I was in, which is where he would have found me. A normal person would check because he was flirting with me pretty much straight away, and I didn't flirt back. It made me quite uncomfortable because he was obviously an older guy with a giant beard. This wasn't me. And I was 15 and in school. Okay? Here he is. You're welcome. It's a curse. Let's see. Well, that sucks. Even the French girl I was chatting up had a boyfriend. You're literally the only one in the cell I've been flirting with. Single cell. Ha! Oh boy. He doesn't know how true that's going to be. He acknowledges later he's flirting with a minor. What are you, and who do you do? Valid question. Let's see. Surely there's much to say about a creature as lovely as you. Creepy. So how does something as extraordinarily astonishing, such as yourself, someone I assume he means, find them single on Valentine's Day? No offense, but guys suck. Poor treatment, I guess. But there are a few nights out there. How have you not, cherry-picked one tolerable bastard from, I don't know what that means. This is creepy stuff. But I want to get to the... Here, that's the one way to get you touching my balls. Okay? 2 days later, he reveals himself to be her in a come-hither pose. He's not an unreasonably attractive individual, could find himself a maid of legal age, with which to talk about how attractive he finds her. His desire to have sex with children is likely what keeps away other suitable mates. Let's see. You can read all this stuff, but there's some really savage stuff in here. Oh, here's some creepy stuff. Oh no, I promise it isn't that I'm extremely heartbroken and barely have the energy to put effort in anything at the moment. Haha. Aw, sweetheart. In here, I'm here. I'm assuming in case you need an ear. It's okay. Hug. Boys are stupid at your age anyway. Yeah, boys at my age are stupid. But I'm so mature, and it sucks because of the way past stages they are at already. You seem like it, avoiding urges to flirt. He knows she's a minor, right? On the plus side, you'll be out in the adult world soon enough. Klomstead saw his victim was weak, and he attempted to strike by indicating he was interested in pursuing her romantically. This is behavior exclusive to a predator who is compelled to manipulate his victim. I thought you were going to say Xbox. I was like, well, I'm 15 and poor. Oh, Christ, no. I'm not Xbox. Damn it, you're a fetus. Yeah, I'm not old enough to get a job, and no way my mom would pay for a thing like a PS4. Allowance, save it for it. That's what I always did. I keep forgetting it's 15. I'm constantly misremembering all of your ages by a year. Hard not to notice. Your makeup, you and your makeup equal a beautiful combination. I'm bored. Talk to me. You know I'm 15, remember? Jesus. Leaf Klomstead then attempted to contact her again in September 2015. He also shared with her a variety of audio clips where he commented on her appearance.
Oh, how the tables have turned. Look at me, being the tall, dark, handsome, mysterious stranger now.
This guy's just dead.
Oh my god, you, blonde.
He goes on to talk about how he knows she's young, but he's sexually intimidated by her, a grown man.
at first like never responded, and you didn't talk much, and then you had like no idea who I was. You're like, who's this late guy? And then just like every flirt or compliment like whoosh right over your head, and it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm talking to like some 28-year-old rich English girl. I'm so out of my league. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, that's okay.
He babbles on about her age. There is confirmation Klomstead cannot deny. He knew the girl was 15 years old, and he made advances towards her anyway.
It's not even something I've ever thought about before, because I haven't been intimidated by a woman or a lass or a girl in a very long time. So, yeah, I don't even know how much more to say about it.
Oh, you don't need to be insulted by it, I'm sure. I understand how it could be offensive, but yeah, no, don't worry, I didn't take any of that personally, or I didn't take offense to it. I have a pretty thick skin. But yeah, now I can see that you're quite friendly. Young, but friendly.
Holy shit, you're like a solid 10, fam. Thanks, still underage. For fuck's sake, Lamau. Well, and I have to go jump over a bridge. Aren't you like 17 now? Yeah, that's legal throughout the Commonwealth and EU, LOL. Yeah, but I know, but to most people on the internet, it's not. Well, that's cool. I can offer you a beer when I'm across the water then. 17 isn't legal for me to drink. I'm 18 in 3 months. Well, I wouldn't be there for 9 minimum, so the offer still stands. The victim completely humiliates Klomstead again and halts his advances. This is one of their last interactions. You, me. I miss our chats, and Christ, that picture is a slayer. I've had it for ages. Gross. Here's the second victim. Highly underage. Damn it, did I just add a 14-year-old? Yes, you did. 15 next month. Jesus Christ. Oh well. Congrats. Might as well make the best of it. You don't seem retarded, so that's a good start. What if I want to be fooled? Okay, Leaf, if you're a boy, then I'm suddenly bisexual. A bisexual pedophile? Boss Dog, you're too young even for me. I'm like 12. You're actually are 12? That's hilarious. I'm dumb 12-y. I'm a dumb 12-y. How do girls their age so much? I don't know. Like some girls look 21 at 14. Others can, at 20, can look 14. His ex. So he basically opens up here about how he actively, like, he was dating somebody who looked really young on purpose. I would have guessed you were nearly legal. I don't touch anything younger than 16. Ugh. So when you're 30, you're down with a 16-year-old. Just saying. Call me in a few years. I'm not even going to read this stuff. This is just creepy stuff. But I want to show you how thorough this was. The conversation picks back up in 2015, where he cannot help himself to say he's sexually attracted to the victim. How do you get creepy assholes to leave you alone without being a bitch? Not really anyway. Just be straightforward with them. And if it's me, send nudes. Here he's asking for nudes. This is like a 15-year-old, I think. Okay. I think you can read all this. It's disgusting. Here we have the conversation essentially concludes between the two on September 12th. However, there was also an interaction between the two. Leaf asked the child to send him a naked picture via audio message.
Happy Send Me Nudes Day.
The final interaction on an alternate Facebook account of Klomsted's, where he attempted to apologize for his behavior in early January 2018. This is when people, they knew people were closing in on him. You'll probably post this too, but just tell me why you'd suddenly launch out an all-out assault on my character like this. Why are you posting fake screenshots of me telling you I lied when you know it's all true? Those aren't you. Those are yet another jailbait from the cells. We've chatted over the years, and I backed off when your age was apparent. No, he wasn't. No, he didn't. And later when you got in a relationship. This is totally out of the blue. I'm not even sure it's real. At least you can answer those. No reply. Aaron told me you'd appreciate an apology specifically for calling you a psychotic bitch. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but like my apology above, I'm sorry for that too. Apology not accepted, burn in hell. What he's trying to do here is he knows that he's been outed, and he's trying to cover up. He'd been left on the defensive with nowhere to run. I soon became involved in the investigation against him, led us to this moment of exposing this vile man and his nefarious behavior. Klomstead revealed more of his true colors when those were willing to play along with his banter. He also showed his sloppy side when he became intoxicated and made several attempts which he should not have made regarding purchasing a child as a prostitute. Those statements were partly led the victim to rebuke Klomstead. The final victim featured was the worst. She was a 15-year-old and victimized him. Now, this guy's 30-something, right? Okay. Victimized sexually as she did send him nude photos of herself. While this is true, the child does not participate with Klomstead in some scenarios detailed below. It's immaterial. Klomstead knew what he was doing was wrong. His acknowledgement of his guilt will be shown crystal clear as the evidence to be revealed. The victim describes their interactions in their own words. I do not remember how we became friends, and we both had other accounts that go back to 2014 or 15. Things I didn't think were inappropriate then, I can see are inappropriate now. Things like doing role play stuff, but cuddling, something he would say when you come visit me, when we hang out. He offered to buy me things. I've sent him nude photos of me, and he sent suggestive pictures to me. Our interactions of Klomstead and his third victim between October 2015 and 2016. Give me your Snapchat if you even have one. Yes, here's a Snapchat. Done. I have a feel that you're about to send me nudes, and I won't stop you. Your interactions advance quickly. October 9th, 2015, Klomstead asked a child who he already knows is too young to send him naked pictures. However, they get in an even darker sexual situation that progressed. I'm not going to read this. Tell me this is just too graphic. Okay. He brazenly engaged in watching a child masturbate. She did not know what to expect. I don't want to go through that. You can read it if you want. If there's any doubt about Leif Klomsted's culpability in participating, he admits to talking to a child over the phone and having sex with her by encouraging her to masturbate. No, you missed you can just read it, right? Leif has not interacted with his victim for almost 2 months. He attempts to rekindle his sexual abuse on December 12, 2015. After he encouraged her to masturbate, and she sent him naked photos, he disappeared, and she was angry to have been betrayed in the exchange. I never said I'd sent dicks. I sort of just asked. Whoops. But you said you would. Well, that's not why I'm here. I sent stuff and things, and a duck. You basically sent chest pics. And I would think common nude exchanging courtesy. One would think. Bye. I don't think I just want you for your dick either. Klomstead had used the victim, but the child seems willing to participate with him further. The child's willingness is irrelevant. Klomstead has a responsibility to not have sex with a kid. This is the situation which requires debate. His victim does not have the legal ability to consent. He knows that. He pursues her sexually anyway, and for further naked pictures of herself. And all this time, you could have been getting nudes daily if you had kept your word. You were sick. Oh, here. He attempts to pretend as if he's unaware that his victim's age is even, though it was established months prior, and after it had already committed a crime. You were 16 when we started talking? What? When did we start talking? My first week in sales, which was 7-8 months ago? What the fuck? No, my birthday's in September. Either you told me you're 16. Well, I can't blame you for that. I was misled from the start. Everyone assumed I was 16. La la la. Well, I didn't lie to you. Oh, God. He's from Florida? No, I think he's from Canada. Here's some more critical information. This is when he knew. This is when he knew trouble was coming too. FY sales admins are trying to burn me. If anyone asks you if you know any dirt on me, please don't. Thanks for thinking that I would. I didn't think you would. For once, can you not be difficult and be serious? Blah blah blah. On January 7, 2016, he went to his child sex victim and asked her to lie about their previous interactions. This piece of evidence is the final nail in his proverbial coffin. He had solicited sex from minors and offered to pay for sex from a minor, had offered to purchase minors alcohol. He has accepted nude images from minors directly. He now seeks to cover up for his crimes, so he does not have to face the consequences of years of predatory behavior. However, there's one more. The authorities in Victoria, British Columbia, were warned about Klomstad's behavior. They chose not to lift a finger, despite there being numerous victims willing to come forward to speak about his predatory behavior. The police department in Victoria was notified January 13th, 2018. Yeah, this is the victim. I went to see if I could speak to someone, and the lady at the desk was the one who said what the deal would be. I couldn't even speak to an officer or get any contact with someone from ICE about it. I've made reports before, and ICE always got back to me and left a card, and I made a report. I didn't even get her name. I was so frustrated, and I left. Not only is there a predator roaming the streets likely in the city of Victoria, but the Victoria Police Department did not lift a finger to do anything about this man who had been victimizing children for years. Hopefully the individuals... So what happened was he had listed this, right? It's also alleged there will be individuals who are more familiar with Klomstad who wish me to outline other issues. His claim to possess 300 pieces of CP, for example. However, that's never been confirmed. I believe it's incredibly likely that he does indeed have numerous pieces of this, and that if his cell phones and internet were to be audited by the proper legal authorities, they would find both. Well, after this article dropped a few days ago, right, I actually read through this on a live stream the other day, okay? And people called. This was, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. I'm happy to report that he is, in fact, a criminal case has been opened against him. Case number is WS18-2039. Now, is this specifically magic related? No. But it speaks to the vulnerability of geek culture. It speaks to the vulnerability of gamers, of people in these Facebook groups. And it speaks to just how attractive they are to people who might be predators. There are large Magic the Gathering Facebook groups, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 people in them. And you have to wonder if they're doing anything to root these kind of people out. It doesn't appear so. And it's something to keep in mind. And if you made it all the way to the end of this story, hopefully for the victims, they will get some justice. And I want you to know that if you know of something like this, if you know of, or you yourself have been victimized in this way, that while a lot of my peers want to waste their time worrying about things like microaggressions, Lou and I will be here at UnSleevedMedia, happy to take your case, happy to slay dragons, slay real monsters. So here's one for the good guys. It was a crazy story. I'll link the blog post in the description below. And I hope that you'll have a good day. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to be notified the next time I upload a video, make sure you subscribe and click that damn bell so you actually get notified. If you want to support the cause of this channel, it survives based on the amazingly gracious support of my patrons. Link is in the description if you'd like to help out.